Hello and welcome to Home with Sarah Jane. Today I wanted to share my curriculum picks for the 2023-2024 school year for my soon-to-be 6th grader. So if you're new here, hello and welcome. My name is Sarah and I'm a homeschooling mom to 2 girls, ages 11 and 14. I had to think about that one. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for stopping by once again. I do really appreciate you. Okay, so before we jump into the curriculum choices for her 2023-2024 homeschool year, for her 6th grade year, I did want to mention just a couple of things. And the first is that this video is not sponsored by anyone at all. I picked out all of this curriculum. These are my own thoughts and opinions on it, and I paid for everything myself. So there's that. Now, the second thing that I wanted to mention is that with Lydia going into the 6th grade and my oldest daughter going into the 9th grade, it kind of put a damper. It kind of put like a blanket or a cloud over my family subject ideas, because with their workloads being much heavier for both of them, our morning time and our family subjects kind of have to get cut down. And that made me kind of sad because that's like my favorite time of the homeschool day is family time. So I do have a few family subjects to share with you and what we do during our morning time. That will be in a separate video though, because I did just want to focus on 6th grade in this video. So, now let's get started. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is her language arts, and she is going to be using The Good and the Beautiful's Language Arts and Literature Level 5. Now, she's been using The Good and the Beautiful language arts for the last few years because this is the language arts that she enjoys the most. Again, because she was a struggling reader, she does not enjoy writing. She doesn't really enjoy language arts. That I wanted to make sure that she had a say in which curriculum that she was going to be using. And this is the one that she chose, and I've been happy with it. I enjoy the way that it's set up, and I enjoy what she learns in these books. So it's a win for us. But this is what she's going to be doing. She is still kind of wrapping up level 4 right now, and she might have a little bit left over for her beginning 6th grade year, but that's not a big deal. The way that they schedule these out is it gives you wiggle room. So if she starts this book a little bit into the school year, it'll be fine. So this one. Now with this course, she also has geography and grammar cards. Now these ones are from my oldest daughter. She got done using these, so I just saved them. So she'll be using the geography and grammar cards with level 5 as well. And then there are integrated books that she'll be reading with this course. And she'll be reading The Clockmaker's Son, Marjorie, Captured Words, and Chico of the Andes. So these are not all of the books that she's going to be reading for the school year. These are just the ones that go with that course. And I don't know if I'm going to actually like assign her readers, or if I'm just going to allow her to choose books, you know, whatever she feels like reading. Now, the last bit of her language arts is actually this Watercolor Around the World book. Now, this is specifically to go with level 5, the language arts course, but I do think that this would be a fun course just to do by itself. Even if you choose not to use The Good and the Beautiful, just picking up this, it's a beautiful looking book. So I thought that this would be fun. She's gonna love, she loves that they add in art, and she actually likes the geography that they add in as well. But I think she's really gonna love this one. And again, it's an extremely beautiful book. It's just step-by-step instructions about watercolor, and the pictures are very, very beautiful. Ooh, that's a cute bird. And then with that, there are Watercolor Around the World template sheets. So instead of her having to draw, let me see if I can show you one. Instead of her having to draw the entire scene, they give you these templates that you can use so that you could just use the watercolor on it instead of focusing on trying to make, you know, the picture perfect, or, you know, it gives you like a little guide. And I think that she's going to like that because she is a little bit of a perfectionist when it comes to that. Now, another thing I wanted to mention is that a lot of the time when we use The Good and the Beautiful, especially their language arts, it can be a little bit challenging for Lydia when it comes to spelling and writing. So what I'm going to do is, if spelling is too challenging for her, I'm going to do what I did this past year and I'm just going to pull a spelling words from this book. And we're going to focus on spelling words from here, but just use the concepts and, you know, techniques from The Good and the Beautiful with our chosen words. So in this one, I don't do this as like a curriculum. I just use this for the spelling lists for her so that I don't have to look up words. These give me lists that she can use. And she usually focuses on about 10 words a week. So Monday through Thursday, she'll practice her spelling words. And then on Friday, she will have a test. So again, I will only use this if we need to. I do have a feeling we're going to need to. But I mean, that's what I love about homeschooling, is that if I need to change something, I can. And that's what I'm going to do when it comes to spelling. Now, the last little bit of language arts is her handwriting. She's going to be using handwriting level 4. I know she's going to be going into the 6th grade, but again, she does not enjoy writing. And she told me she wanted to try and learn how to do cursive. So I was like, oh, okay, well, yeah, we could focus on that. So this one I think is where it kind of starts. She already did level 3, but it really does pick up with cursive in this book. So I think she's going to actually enjoy that because, again, this is something that she was interested in. So I really wanted to make sure that I grabbed something. Now, the next thing is going to be math, and she is going to be using Simply Good and Beautiful Math 6. She is just wrapping up Math 5, and we really enjoyed it. I say we, like I'm the one doing the lessons, but I'm helping her, but I'm not completing the lessons. But she really, really enjoyed the video. She loved the bright colors. The only thing I could say we didn't enjoy about level 5 is that the book was so big that it started to like rip apart and break. So the actual course book was falling apart by the end of the year. So I'm actually really glad that for Math 6, they broke it up into 2 different course books. So you have course book 1 and course book 2, and I think that that's just going to make it a lot more convenient, easier to manage, and hopefully it won't fall apart again. And then also with that, I did buy the Math 6 answer key. Okay, now for science, we decided to go ahead and stick to unit studies for her because that's how she likes to learn science. She doesn't like to learn about one specific thing. She likes to learn about all different areas of science, and since this year is her 6th grade year, and usually when we start getting into 7th and 8th, their curriculum starts to change. As my kids get older, I start to kind of map out and prep for high school. So in 6th grade, this is going to be one of her last years that she really, really has complete say in what she's learning about in science. So I let her choose some of the unit studies. Now, the first unit study, and this is in no specific order, this is whatever unit study she wants to do first is what we'll do, but one of them that we picked up is Arthropods through the Good and the Beautiful. Now, funny story, this is actually the very first item we ever used through the Good and the Beautiful was the Arthropods science unit study, and that's when we originally fell in love. It was the older version, so it didn't have all the cool new updates that they have now. I really like that they added in videos and student journals and things like that. It just makes everything so much easier, and I love that they come bound now, because before that was the only thing I could say I really didn't like, is that they didn't come bound, and that used to drive me crazy. But this one she really wanted to do again, and I mean, I don't think we've done this since she was in maybe 1st grade. So I mean, it's been a while. So I don't mind repeating this one because she really wanted to do this one. So she is really looking forward to this. And then I did buy the Arthropods student journal, but I did get her the grades 7 through 8 because we like to do the lesson extensions. So she can handle the lesson extensions. Again, she's my science and math kid. So the more science, the more fun for her. So I did pick up the older student journal. And then the only other science unit that we actually already picked out is space science. I did want to keep a couple of unit studies kind of open so that as we get done with these ones, we could just have a conversation and she could be like, okay, well now I want to do birds or now I want to do reptiles. Just kind of keep it open to give her choices. Or if they do come out with anything new, I don't know if they are going to, I didn't really look that up, but if they do, we'll have a spot to, you know, put in a new unit study. But yeah, so I also picked up space science for her. Again, this is one that we've already completed back before they updated them. And again, this was the same year that we did arthropods, I believe. So this was again like 5 years ago. So she's gonna really enjoy doing space again. And again, I did pick up the older grades 7 through 8 student journal for her so we could do the lesson extensions. Now, the next thing is history. Okay, if you've been on my channel before and you've heard me talk about history, you'll know that history, I have been struggling when it comes to finding a history curriculum that Lydia likes, because we have already completed all 4 years of the Good and the Beautiful's history courses. And this current year, her 5th grade year, we actually redid the Good and the Beautiful history year 1. So this year, we are doing, for her 6th grade year, the Good and the Beautiful history year 2. I've spent hours of my time researching and trying to find a history program that I thought that she would enjoy, and nothing came close to the Good and the Beautiful for her. So again, because she likes this one so much, we will redo it. But I did decide to add in different readers to go along with this course. And I will be adding in probably like some Who Was books just to kind of beef this up a little bit in a new way, and for 6th grade. So yeah, I mean, this is enough on its own. It's just, I wanted something, me personally, I wanted something new. Everything that I was showing her, all the little samples that I pulled off of the computer to like kind of gauge to see if she'd like it, she didn't like any of them. So this is what we're doing again. And then we will also be using the Maps and Images book. I gotta find the timeline that we had that goes with this one. I don't know. If I don't find it, I just won't use it, but there is a timeline that goes with that. And a game. I gotta find that too. I don't know where I put it. But with this, like I said, I wanted to do new readers. So I went ahead and I grabbed 4 new readers. And the readers that we chose for this, I have my notes. We chose Archimedes and the Door of Science, Bjorn the Proud, Once Upon a Time, The Way America Was, and A Cup of Cold Water. So those are the books that we're going to be using for sure with this course. And then again, I'll just add in like some other little readers here and there, or short picture books to kind of go along with what we're reading in this course. Now, for electives, this is where I feel like she really got to have like the most say in what she wanted to learn. And the first thing, typing 1. This is another one of those things, if you've been on my channel before, that you would know that we have tried doing a typing course for her for like 3 years now. And each year we just never made time for it. And it's not that the course is bad, and it's not that she didn't enjoy it. It's just that we didn't do it. I mean, that's just all I can say. We didn't do it. So I am going to really make this like, you know, up there, important, so that we can finally get through typing 1. Now, I do want to say that if she does not want to use this specific course, I am going to be using typing.com as well for her. And this is a free typing course that she can take that has games and, you know, just like little fun activities and things like that. And I think that maybe that would help with us focusing on typing, is that if she got to play games and things with it. So if this one doesn't work out, we will go into typing.com. She's already kind of started it a little bit and has been enjoying it, but because it's the end of the school year, I haven't been like forcing her to do typing. So there's that. Okay, now for the next elective, my daughter chose the violin. She wants to learn how to play the violin. This past year, her 5th grade year, she was learning how to play the flute, and she said she still really, really wants to learn how to play the flute like more, because she does play a little bit now because, you know, we just did that this past year. But she said that she really wanted to give the violin a try. And so my sister was telling me that when she was taking violin lessons, that she used this company called Trala, and they are online violin lessons, but you have an actual like person teaching you. It's not just a video lesson. It's an actual instructor. And again, it's all different levels, but it is just violin on Trala, I believe. So it's only if you want to play the violin, but it sounds really neat and really cool. And I really hope that she likes it because I really love the violin and I think Lydia would be great at it. Now, the last elective that Lydia chose is foreign language. I was actually surprised with this. I did not think that she was going to choose foreign language. She wanted to learn how to speak French. Her oldest sister, Bella, her older sister, I only have 2 kids. That was weird the way I said that. My oldest daughter does actually take French lessons, so my youngest daughter wanted to give it a try. And we're actually going to start her off using Rosetta Stone, which is the program that we used when my oldest daughter first started taking French when she was younger. And the reason why I decided to go with Rosetta Stone is because we already have a membership to it. So I thought, hey, we're not using it right now because my older daughter is going to be using a different program. But my youngest daughter can use it and we'll see if she likes it. And that way I'm not putting out a ton of money for a program if it's something she's not going to enjoy. Because Lydia's also said that she wants to learn, if she doesn't like French, or if she just finds it too challenging or too stressful, she wants to learn American Sign Language. So that's our backup plan for foreign language. If she doesn't want to continue on with French, she'll go ahead and do American Sign Language. And I did find a couple of resources that we can use, but I didn't dive too deep into that because, again, she's going to focus on French for her 6th grade year. So that is everything that we are going to be using for Lydia's 6th grade year, at least like her independent subjects. Again, we do still have a few things that we do as a family, and I will be coming out with a video to share that with you as well. So if you have any questions, please leave it in the comment section. Thank you so much for stopping by. You have a great day. Bye.